from a Nutanix perspective, we're enabling enterprise clouds. And those today are manifesting themselves both in on-prem solution requirements as well as public cloud solution requirements. So in one sense, we're now straddling hybrid cloud ecosystems that have different degrees of adoption based on what workloads need to be fulfilled and delivered. In that regard, we're building on the very strong foundation that we had of introducing HCI-based solutions to the marketplace and now extending our leadership position to enabling that to happen in both a multi-cloud environment as well as a hybrid cloud environment. Right? So one is east-west and the other one is north-south. And we continue to see great adoption on both of those vectors. So if you look at our investments in India over time, we continue to invest in India based on the successes we've seen over the past several years. Our expansion plans are indexed to us taking a twin city approach from an R&D and support perspective in India, with Bangalore being our India headquarters and us now adding a second center in Pune that helps us not only attract more talent into Nutanix India, but also gives us business continuity from a failover perspective. So in that regard, India continues to be strategic for us, and we continue to invest in a commensurate manner with that. The past 2 months, we've had the opportunity to certainly move into our new world-class facilities in Bangalore, and I think it's been well received by our employees in terms of enabling tools and ecosystems that are at par with any of our other global centers, and we're similarly on that same journey in Pune. If you look at the adoption cycles of hyperconvergence in the emerging markets like India, we're seeing India have a leapfrogging opportunity like we saw in mobile telephony, for example. There is no three-tier kind of baggage that's existed in a widespread approach in the market. So in one sense, if you look at the adoption cycles that are coming up for hyperconvergence, we see India going from roughly 13% adoption to around 37 to 39% adoption in the next 2 or 3 years. So we see tremendous opportunity, given that hyperconvergence as a value driver has certainly proven itself in other geographies globally across multiple verticals. India in that regard is no different, but it is having the opportunity to now adopt and deploy these solutions to derive immense benefit without having to necessarily replace legacy architecture in a lot of times. So the cost optimization of starting afresh is very significant in India, as opposed to having to retire something and replace it either prematurely or at the end of life. So if you look at the existing deployments out there, 95% or so of the world still is hinged on three-tier architecture. So in terms of the opportunity ahead for us as a company, in having defined the hyperconvergence space and having certainly established a very clear leadership position in that, is to certainly harvest those opportunities and transform and disrupt the value drivers for those companies in adopting our HCI solutions and our platform. Subscription as a paradigm offers a very strong choice option for our customers in how they choose to deploy and consume our solutions. In the past several years, we've seen a very good cadence in terms of this being adopted, and we're seeing the adoption curves across customers all over the world. We don't see any geographical bias on that. Subscription also gives the benefit for customers to try certain solution footprints and see what value they're deriving from them without having to make an upfront commitment, which is tied to making a large payment without understanding what the impact would be. If they derive significant value, they can commensurately scale up their use of that product If they don't, they can over time kind of subside the use of the product. So I think the freedom to choose and exercise different options has been very effective for us in adopting the subscription model and enabling our customers that choice in the market today. And as part of our subscription paradigm, we've also enabled our customers to try our various products in a frictionless manner by using our solution proposition called Test Drive, wherein the customers can, before they have to make a buying decision, they can experience the products, understand them, and then commensurately take a buying decision for those set of products or solutions that we offer in the market. It doesn't bind you to a long-term decision, but it certainly gives you the opportunity to try the breadth of the products that Nutanix has in the marketplace today and ascertain which ones have the highest impact in your given context. My journey to software actually started out after spending 15 years in industry in various operating roles, whether that was Procter & Gamble, Honeywell, or AT&T. And my draw to software was to build on that foundation of having walked in the shoes of users in the semiconductor industry, in the discrete manufacturing industry, and in the process industry. And it was really keeping that product management, product strategy, ideology in play, and then architecting solutions that could then manifest those ideas in solving the problems. The other part of it that keeps me up at night is how do we build global high-performance work teams that are not bound by the geography that they're operating out of. I think geographical lines are blurred in this day of technology adoption. We should be agnostic of any location, or we should not be encumbered by any location and not fulfilling or delivering solutions to the potential that we have from any other location in the world.